Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Baseball from beautiful Corbett Field right here on 1390 KRRZ and the Mix 105.7. Tonight the Sabre Dogs will be taking on the Badlands Big Sticks for the second straight night. And after tonight they won't play against each other again until late July. And that will be the final game these two teams will play this season, as they have played for now 4 times this year, in which the Big Sticks are 3-1, including 1-0 here in Minot. So last night the game did go to the Big Sticks. It was a 5-1 victory for the team from Dickinson, North Dakota. Here's some of your stats from last night's game. There's a few of the players that did really well. Braden Olson went 2 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI. Ben Toma went 2 for 3 with an RBI, and Jared Humphrey went 1 for 4 with an RBI. As for the Sabre Dogs, only 5 hits, and Reno was able to get 2 of them as Austin went 2 for 3 with a strikeout. And then Sam Powers had an RBI despite going 0 for 4, and Justin Henley went 1 for 3 with a run. Justin Henley's had quite a bit of success against this Big Sticks team. In fact, he is currently sitting with 4 hits against this team alone. I talked to him after the game why he thinks he's had so much success against this Big Sticks team. All right, so Justin, you get another hit against the Big Sticks. All of your hits have come against the Big Sticks. What about this team has gotten you able to hit well against this team?
It's good competition. I tend to focus better when there's good guys on the mound, great defense behind them. Just easier to lock in, I guess.
You had a day off the other day. Does that kind of just help you mentally kind of gather things up and get yourself ready for today?
Yeah, because I kind of struggled the day before. Kind of couldn't find my rhythm. Had a little hard time seeing the ball. So that day off kind of really mentally prepared me, physically prepared me for today's game.
What would you say the overall vibe is amongst you guys as of right now?
We're a bunch of clowns. We like to have fun. It's just a great time up here. I would love to come back if I could.
All right, thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Henley is batting 4 for 14 against the Big Sticks with a .286 batting average. And he actually has the second highest batting average, actually the third highest batting average on the team against the Big Sticks. They've not really had a whole lot of successes. They've batted just .246 against this team. And the Sabre Dogs batting just .217 overall on the season. It found its season high on Friday, this past Friday that is, as it was at .234, but it's dropped 17 points since then as they've had to face a very tough Big Sticks rotation. As the pitching staff, just a .347 ERA as a team. That's down a few points from yesterday after allowing just 1 run. And in that game, it was Tyler Chipman who got the win in 5 innings of 4 strikeout, 2 walk, 5 hit, 1 earned run baseball. And then it was Joe Smith, Connor Van Cleve, and Joseph Harris coming out of the bullpen, with Joseph Harris coming in for 2 innings to shut down the Sabre Dogs in the 8th and the 9th. As for the Sabre Dogs on the mound was Cody Waters. It was his first game as a Sabre Dog, in which he picked up the loss, but pitched pretty well until the 5th inning. He had 5 innings of work, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 7 hits, and 5 earned runs. And Jace Mapston, boy, was he good yesterday. 4 innings pitched with 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, a hit, and no earned runs, and he continues to produce. And he now has an ERA of just 2. And he has been a fantastic reliever. I was able to talk to him after the game. He said, although the game didn't result in our favor, this game was a big confidence booster for me. And deservedly so, as he now has 3 games under his belt with 9 innings, 11 strikeouts, and only 2 earned runs with 5 walks and 3 hits. So he has a 2 ERA and an .089 whip. Speaking of fresh faces, like Cody Waters, it was also Philip Child's first game as a Sabre Dog. He started in left field. He was 0 for 3, but reached safely twice with a hit by pitch and a walk. However, he allowed an error. I talked to him after the game about what it was like being a Sabre Dog. Your first performance as a Sabre Dog, not quite according to the way you wanted, didn't get the win, but what was your overall first impression of the league?
I love it. Camaraderie. The team was very welcoming. I love all the kids just coming out and showing some love, and so hopefully it's packed tomorrow. Hopefully we get a win.
What are you doing to try to adjust your mental frame from playing college to playing here?
In college, you're grinding every single day, just practicing and then playing. But here you're playing every day, so you're not practicing as much. You're still taking BP, and so you're just working on the little things, like whatever doesn't translate in your college game. That's what you want to bring here and try to work on that and just prepare for it. That way you can take it back and do well.
Is there anything like physically that you have to do to prepare yourself in a different sort of way for college compared to here?
I would say what is different about it. Just your schedule, because in college obviously you're taking classes and then you're going to practice, and then in the mornings you have weights, and so here it's on your own time. You do what you want, and if you want to be a better ball player, you got to go out and work, and so this is the time.
All right, thanks Phil, appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Childs is batting leadoff tonight, and we'll get the full roster coming up after the break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007. Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks set to get going here at 7:05 Central Time. And it is a beautiful night for baseball. It was a little hot in the afternoon, but it's going to start to cool off just a little bit here as the evening hours pass by. Tomorrow it's going to be in the lower 70s with a chance of rain. So we'll see if we can get a game in tomorrow as we start a 3-game series with the Fremont Moo. And speaking of which, let's go and take a look at the standings around the league as we start in the Clark division, and in first place is the Western Nebraska Pioneers with an 8-3 record. Excuse me, a 7-2 record, rather, as they picked up their first loss in 7 games. They're a game up on the Spearfish Sasquatch, who have now won 2 games in a row. They're a game back at 6-3. Now a 3-way tie for third place with the Fremont Moo, Casper Horseheads, and the Hastings Sodbusters all at 4-3. And as for the Moo, they have kind of gotten on a little bit of a cold spell as they've now lost 3 games in a row. As for the Lewis division, it is the Big Sticks who have now won 4 games in a row and are the hottest team in the Expedition League. They're a game and a half up on the Hub City Hotshots. They are 6-4. Sabre Dogs are in third place as they have now lost 2 games in a row for the second time this year, and the first time since the opening 2 games of the season. They are now 5-6. They're 3 games back. And in fourth place is the Pier Trappers at 4-7 as they have now won 2 games in a row. They're 4 games back of the Big Sticks. And in last is the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, who are 3-7 as they have now lost 3 games in a row and are 4.5 games back out of first place. So we'll go ahead and have the starting lineups coming up. We're going to go ahead and throw it to commercial through the national anthem. So we'll be back in a few minutes. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball on 1390 KRRZ and the Mix 105.7.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
.705 is when we start. It is just about a couple minutes away from the 12th game in the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs season, as the Sabre Dogs take on the Badlands Big Sticks. Here are your starting lineups. First, for the opposing team, the Big Sticks, leading off and playing left field is Kaimana Souza Palui. Batting second, designated hitter is Mason Schwellenbach. Batting third, the shortstop, Bryson Ford. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Connor Van Cleve. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Garrett Dupuis. Batting sixth, the catcher, Braden Olson. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Gabe Knowles. Batting eighth is the second baseman, Ben Toma. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Nathan Sanders. And now for the Sabre Dogs. Leading off, playing left field is Philip Childs. Batting second and catching is Drew Pollum. Batting third and playing center field is Cruz Taylor. Batting fourth and playing third is Chauncey Callier. Batting fifth and DHing is Justin Henley. Batting sixth and the shortstop is Austin Reno. Batting seventh and the first baseman is Sam Powers. Batting eighth and the second baseman is Tyler Courtney. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Wilson Rubion. It'll be Xavier Caldwell starting once again for the Sabre Dogs. This is his third time starting for the Sabre Dogs this season. Coming into this game, he is 0-1 with 5 earned runs for a .365 ERA with 12 1/3 innings, which is the most on the team. 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, but 12 hits, and a .130 whip. And as for the Big Sticks, on the mound is Brock Roundtree. And this season he has been pitching very well as a reliever. He's played in 4 games, no starts, in 3 2/3 innings with no earned runs, a 0 ERA, with 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits, and a .163 whip. Talking about how top-heavy this hitting squad is, pretty much it's Cruz Taylor, Chauncey Callier, and Wilson Rubion. And a lot of accolades for both Taylor and Callier. And as for Rubion, he's trying to work his way up in the ranks in the league. And as for Ostorino and Hunter Holland, they're trying to climb up the ladder themselves as well. They will need those two guys to step up here if they want to avoid the sweep and continue to improve this season, as they're now hitting .217 as a team. As for the pitching squad, they are at an ERA of .582 in 99 total innings. 64 earned runs, 91 strikeouts, 53 walks, and 92 hits with a 146 whip. As the first pitch to Pa Louie is outside for a ball 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first pitch time, 7:07, temperature 86 degrees.
The 1-0. That one misses low for ball 2 as Pa Louie 5 for 14 against the Sabre Dogs, a .357 batting average with 6 runs, which leads the team. 2-0, big swing and a miss from Souza Pa Louie. He's one of 2 players from the University of Kansas, and both of those players are among the best players in the league. As Connor Van Cleve, the cleanup hitter, as that one is fouled out of play. He's cleaning up for the Big Six tonight. He is leading the league in hitting with a .429 batting average, and he did not hit yesterday, but he ended up coming in for an inning of relief on the mound. That pitch just misses inside for ball 3.
All right, fans, it's a full count. Let's make some noise for your Sabre Dogs.
Here's the 3-2. That one slapped foul down the first base side, and we will redo the full count. A race to get the ball between the first base coach and Nate Brenzer-Mendoza, and Brenzer-Mendoza sprints out there to make sure he gets it before him. Wind up and the pitch from Caldwell. This one hit in the air towards right field. That one's hooking, and it is foul, and that would have been out of here if that was just a few feet to the left. So we will once again redo the 3-2 pitch. That one misses outside and up for ball 4. Leadoff man aboard for the Big Sticks. Xavier Caldwell struggled in his first time around against the Whiskey Jacks on opening night. Allowed an earned run and a few hits and a couple walks. That pitch in there, strike 1. But after that first inning, he was able to shake off the rust, and he was dominant afterwards as pick off the road to check on Pa Louie, as he has 6 stolen bases on the season, which leads the team. Here's the 0-1 to Mason Schwellenbach, the designated hitter. Pa Louie goes. That pitch in there for a strike. And throw down is... Oh, it was in time, but he missed the tag, and Pa Louie evades it. And Corey Thompson not happy with the call, as Tyler Courtney, the second baseman, thought he was out, and so did Austin Reno, the shortstop, who was right there for the play. And now Thompson making a slow walk to the second base umpire. So Pa Louie is safe at second. Corey Thompson got thrown out on the Monday night game against the Pierre Trappers. And I doubt he will get thrown out here. It's too early for that. He talks to him for a few seconds, and I guess the explanation is it was a nice little swim move by Souza Pa Louie as he glided in on this turf. And Pa Louie signaling over to the Big Six dugout exactly what he did, and now Caldwell looks over at him and gives him a nice laugh. It was a beautiful move, and it worked. So runner on second, 0-2 count to Mason Schwellenbach with nobody out. The pitch. This one hit in the air towards right field. Charging in is Taylor, and he will make the catch as his hat comes off. And Pa Louie will stay at second for 1 out. So now Bryson Ford comes to the plate. He's batting .341 on the season. currently 4th on the team in batting average. First pitch to him. Add in there, strike 1. The 0-1, and that one hits him. Then runners on first and second for Connor Van Cleve, the best hitter in the league.
Next batter, the first baseman, number 30, Connor Van Cleve.
He's played in just 7 games. He's 12 for 28 with 7 runs, 5 doubles, 2 homers, and 11 RBI. And with that .429 batting average. First pitch to him. That one misses for ball 1. The 1-0 from Caldwell, hit into right field, base hit. Taylor in right field, gonna make the throw as he is held, and that is a wise decision as the throw would have been in time most likely. Now bases loaded with 1 out for Caldwell. As Ford is on to second, Souza Palui is on to third, and Van Cleve is on first. From the stretch, Caldwell goes to work in the jam. That pitch in there, strike 1. So Caldwell in front of the count here to Garrett Dupuis. That one's fouled back. Dupuis was ahead of that one. Good job fouling that one off. That makes it 0-2 with 1 out, bases loaded. So here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him, strike 3. Out number 2. That will bring up Braden Olson.
Next batter, the catcher, number 13, Braden Olson.
Catcher for the Big Sticks. Batting very well against the Sabre Dogs, but then again, who isn't? As Olson is 4 for 11. With 2 RBI and a run. Base is still juiced with 2 outs. First pitch from Xavier Caldwell. That one is outside, ball 1. The 1-0. And that one misses low for ball 2. Olson is ahead of the count here early. Sabre Dogs trying to limit the damage here. No runs so far by the Big Sticks. Base hit would do her. Here's the 2-0. That one misses for ball 3. Caldwell once again from the stretch. It's at third. Delivers. That one up and in. 4-pitch walk. And that will score a run. It's an RBI walk for Braden Olson.
Next batter, the right fielder, number 19, Gabe Knowles.
So Gabe Knowles comes to the plate. Someone who really hasn't had a whole lot of success on the season, but has had some against the Sabre Dogs. He's 4 for 13. First pitch, hitting to left field, backing up his Childs, and stops near the track and makes the catch for out number 3. So it takes 7 batters, and he allows a run, but Stephen Caldwell gets through that first inning. We'll send to the bottom of the first with the top of the lineup. You're listening to KRRZ 1390 and the Mix 105.7.
Let's go down the field.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader. Sabre Dogs trail 1-0 after the top of the first. It'll be Philip Childs batting first, Drew Pollum batting second, Taylor's batting third, Caligier's batting fourth, Henley is fifth, Austin Reno batting sixth, Sam Powers batting seventh, Courtney is batting eighth, and Wilson Rubion batting ninth. As for the fielding order for the Big Sticks, it'll be Olsen behind the plate and Roundtree on the bump. As for the infield, it'll be Garrett Dupuy at third, Bryson Ford at short, Ben Toma at second, and Connor Van Cleve at first, with Kaimana Souza Paului in left, Sanders in center, and Gabe Knowles in right. So this is the first start of the season for Brock Roundtree in his fifth outing with 3 2/3 innings, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 4 hits, having a very solid season so far. So Childs comes to the plate. He went 0 for 3 yesterday. And he was able to reach safely twice with with 1 hit by pitch and 1 walk.
Leading off the bottom of the inning for your Sabre Dogs. Number 19, the left fielder, Philip Childs.
Childs also allowed an error to go over his head yesterday. See if he can clean this up. A little bit of first game jitters from Childs. Sophomore from the University of Texas Arlington stands in. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. That's for Roundtree, is a right-handed pitcher from Albany State. As that one is hit into left field for his first base hit as a Service Valley Sabre Dog. Great way to start the inning for Philip Childs.
That brings up the catcher.
This kid's going to do some good things for this organization this year, both defensively and offensively. Just needs a few games to kind of get adjusted. And now it's Drew Pollum who will come to the plate, batting 182 on the year. First pitch, grounded at the third baseman, a high bounce, and he will let Childs in there safely to second. The long throw over to first is in time for out number 1. Cruz Taylor now comes to the plate. He's batting third this evening. He's been batting leadoff for the majority of his games this season. Possibly some changes to get the leadoff man on and then have Cruz bring him home, as Cruz leads the team with 10 RBI. Also has 4 stolen bases and 8 runs with a .326 batting average, which is tied for the team lead. First pitch, in there, strike 1. And I mean, you cannot get more similar between Chauncey and Cruz Taylor's numbers. They both started 11 games. They're both 15 for 46. They both have 2 doubles. They both have 2 home runs. And they both have 10 RBI. I mean, it's completely uncanny. So here's the 0-1 to Taylor with Philip Childs on second base. The pitch, going outside for ball 1. And it will be Chauncey Callier batting leadoff. on deck. His 8-game hit streak snapped yesterday. On the stretch. Here's the 1-1 from Roundtree. That one fouled back, out of play. Strike 2.
This foul ball is brought to you by First Western Bank and Trust. You'll never strike out like anything else.
That'll make it 1 and 2 to Taylor. Roundtree. Like Caldwell, trying to avoid a jam here in the first inning as the Big Sticks lead it 1-0. Here in the bottom of the first. This one is hit at the shortstop, makes a nice grab, and Childs is caught in between the bases, and he'll be thrown out at second for out number 3. So a double play ball. That will get the Big Sticks out of the inning. So we will move on to the the top of the second coming up after the break. You're listening to KRRZ 1390 and 105.7 The Mix.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007. Sabre Dogs trail 1-0 after the first inning. Big Sticks were able to get a run thanks to a walk by Souza Palui, hit by pitch by Ford. Van Cleve got a base hit, and then an RBI by Braden Olson. So coming up is the 8-hole already. That'll be Ben Toma. Nathan Sanders is on deck, and Souza Palui already in the hole. Caldwell coming off for his second inning of work. See if he can get a little bit of momentum, just like he did on opening night, where he struggled in the first inning, but came back solid for the rest of the game. He allowed just the 1 run in 6 innings. So Ben Toma comes to the plate. And as of right now, he is batting .268 on the season, which is 8th on the team. Tells you how good this team has been at the plate this year. This one hit in the air towards right field, fouled out of play. This team is hitting .365 as a team. You got 6 players hitting .330 or better. Braden Olson had a nice day. He was hitting right at .300, and he had a nice day and was able to bump himself up to .333. This team is flat out dangerous at the plate. As that pitch is low for ball 1. Overall, they have been by far the best team in this division. And as a result, they have won 4 games in a row, and they're 8-3 as that pitch misses for ball 2. Quickly, here's the 2-1. That one is hit into the dugout of the Big Sticks for strike 2. That ball somehow ended up being fielded by Sam Powers, the first baseman, had to come over and retrieve it. It was just a bad throw by the umpire there. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3 got him. Strikeout number 1 of the, strikeout number 2 of the day. So Nathan Sanders comes to the plate. That one is outside ball 1. This one is hit into the grandstand or over the grandstand for foul. For a foul, strike one. Now 1-1 coming up for Sanders as he is towards the bottom of the batting order as he's hitting .219 on the year. This one is popped into the air towards left field. 3 Sabre Dogs trying to track it. Childs calls off Austin Reno's backing up for the play, makes the catch for out number 2. So Souza Palui already coming right back to the plate as he got on via walk, stole second, and ended up getting the first run of the game for the Big Sticks. Colwell trying to go 1-2-3 here in the second and can do so with an out. First pitch, in there, strike one. The 0-1, this one hit in the air. That will be tracked down by the second baseman, Tyler Courtney, in right field rather, for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 from Xavier Caldwell, just what the doctor ordered. We will go to the bottom of the second with Justin Henley, Austin Reno, and Sam Powers coming up after the break.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Sabre Dogs trail 1-0 after the top of the second. And it will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming to the plate for the Sabre Dogs. It'll be Justin Henley, Austin Reno, and Sam Powers. As the Sabre Dogs were able to get the leadoff man on, Phil Childs got a base hit to start things off and advance to second via fielder's choice, but was left stranded after 3 consecutive outs. First pitch by Roundtree in there, strike one to Justin Henley, the designated hitter. He's been batting cleanup for the majority of the season, but today batting 5th. 4 for 14 against this Big Sticks team. In the air towards left field. It is high, it is far, at the track. Oh man, just barely missed that one. As it is caught by the left fielder, Souza Palui, for out number 1. Missed that one by about 5 feet. So now it'll be Austin Reno's turn.
Number 24, Justin Henley.
Correction is now Justin Henley's turn to come to the plate. First pitch, misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0. That one misses for ball 2. The 2-0. Outside ball 3. Good job by Henley. Here's the 3-0 with 1 away, nobody on. Sabre Dogs trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. The pitch. That one in there, strike 1. Roundtree, a solid start to his first start of the season for the Big Sticks. This is his 5th game he has pitched in, which is first in the league. Is that pitch misses for ball 4. So now it's Austin Reno's turn. He's 2 for 11 in the series with 8 strikeouts out of his 14. And he actually has the most strikeouts on the team and the second most in the league. However, on the positive end, he has the most stolen bases in the league. This one is hit into center field, and that will be caught by Bryson Ford, the shortstop. Sam Powers now comes to the plate, first baseman for the Sabre Dogs. Powers batting just 161 on the season, got off to a nice start, but has definitely cooled off since then. Batting 5 for 31 in 8 games. So runner on first, 2 outs. That pitch in there, strike 1. Henley, before the game, or excuse me, after yesterday's game, I asked him about what about this team helps him succeed. And he said basically it's a very competitive matchup, and he rises to the competition whenever he's needed. As this one is fouled out of play down the first base line for strike 2. Roundtree sets from the stretch. Looks over at first and fires. This one is hit in on the hands of Powers, a jam shot. Third baseman Dupuis throw over to first in time by a half step. Now be out number 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball on 1390 KRRZ and 105.7 The Mix.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007. Mason Schwellenbach lead it off for the Big Sticks coming up next as they trail 1-0. Sabre Dogs have gone through 7 batters so far, and as for the Big Sticks, they're already on their second turn through their roster. Schwellenbach, his first time up, flew out to right field. We'll see if the second time is more successful for the Sabre Dogs. As Caldwell back on the mound, his first inning went through 7 innings, gave up a run, and in the second inning, just went through 3 batters. Caldwell, 12 and a third innings so far this season, leads the team in innings pitched. 3.65 ERA for Xavier, having a pretty solid season so far. Just needs to figure out how to start games, as he has had trouble with that in all 3 of his starts. This break taking a little longer than usual as the Superstars are in town, as they finished 3rd on America's Got Talent a few years ago. And they are a lot of fun. They'll be here throughout the evening. They performed after the bottom of the first, and they're pouring now. I believe they have a few more performances left in the game. Also going on tonight, we have a live a raffle, as fans who brought non-perishable food items were entered in a raffle, and the grand prize is sweet tickets to the Fargo Force games, or a Fargo Force game. So the head coach just got trampled by the cow mascot here. Very entertaining stuff. Fans here loving it as they get big attention from national media, as they've been on ESPN, and they've been in Baseball America, Sports Illustrated, you name it, they've done it. And they've been a blast so far here tonight. And we thank them for coming every single season. They came last year, and they'll be here again in late July. So that break taking a little bit longer than usual, but no problem, as the fans getting a lot of entertainment out of events such as that. So Schwellenbach comes to the plate. On the season, he's one of the best hitters for the Big Sticks, batting .367 with 12 runs, which is second on the team. First pitch, in there, strike one on the upper portion of the strike zone. Also has 6 RBI, which is third on the team, and 4 doubles, which is second. That one, breaking pitch, in there, strike two, nice pitch by Caldwell. .02, that one misses outside, ball one for the junior from Miles College. The 1-2, this one slapped foul, nice job by Schwellenbach to stay alive. Last outing for Caldwell resulted in a loss. He went 6 1/3 innings with 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 9 hits. As this one has fouled into the Sabre Dogs dugout. He also allowed 4 earned runs. Not quite as solid as his first outing, but still pretty solid nonetheless, as he gets another strikeout here, as Mission Schwellenbach is down on strikes. That is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Xavier.
Next batter, the shortstop, number 10, Bryson Ford.
Bryson Ford returns to the plate. Had himself a nice series against the Whiskey Jacks a couple days ago. He was 3 for 8 in that series with 4 runs. As this pitch in there, strike one. What a pitch by Xavier. Kind of gave some oohs and ahs here from the crowd. That pitch in there, strike two. And Caldwell has come out here guns a-blazing here in the top of the 3rd. The 0-2. This one hit up the middle. And Courtney making a nice play, throw over to first, and that will not be in time, as Courtney might have been able to get him if he threw off his back foot, but instead he reset and was able to throw it over there from both feet. It was not in time. That'll be an infield base hit for Bryson Ford. Van Cleve got a base hit his first time up when it was left stranded on second base. And taking a look at Van Cleve's numbers at KU, he had a pretty nice season. He batted .247 for the Jayhawks this past year. First pitch, that one misses. He played in 27 games for the Jayhawks, so it's not like he's just on the team, just on the roster. He is a key contributor to this Jayhawks team. As their season ended against the Mountaineers of West Virginia on April 21st. 1-0. That one in there for strike one. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. And a correction on that Jayhawks game was, the last Jayhawks game was on May 10th, as they lost 4-3 to TCU in the Big 12 tournament.
Let's go.
So 1-2 to Van Cleve, the 6'7" first baseman now for the Big Sticks. He's been playing left field pretty much every single game against the Sabre Dogs. This one is hit down the third baseline, just foul in play. Van Cleef stands in already 1 for 1 on the day. Trying to bring home Bryson Ford, who has reached safely twice already today. He got on this inning with a base hit. In the first inning, he was hit by pitch. And throw over to first, and he got him caught in a pickle. Fake throw. Now they do throw it over to second base, and they get the tag for the out. So nice pickoff move by Caldwell. That makes it 2 outs now with a 1-2 count to Van Cleef with nobody on. Now here's a 1-2. This one off the foot of Van Cleef. That probably didn't feel well. He does have a guard on that ankle, but regardless, still gonna sting a little bit. Here is the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Xavier as he gets Van Cleef on strikes. So that'll send us to the bottom of the third. Sabre Dogs trail 1-0. We'll be back right after this. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Sabre Dogs once again trying to play from behind here as they trail 1-0. Starting up the bottom of the third, pitching for the Big Sticks once again is Brock Roundtree in for his third inning of work. As for the Sabre Dogs, Tyler Courtney, Wilson Rubion, and Philip Childs coming up for the Sabre Dogs. Tyler Courtney for the Sabre Dogs, been trying to get his game going. He's 1 for 26 on the season, batting just .038. Took yesterday off. Hopefully a day off can kind of clear his head and he can finally start getting things going from the plate. That happened with Justin Henley. He's now reached base safely in the past 3 games. Here's the first pitch to Courtney. That one is in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one misses up and in for ball 1. 2 hits from the Big Six so far, 1 from the Sabre Dogs. Here's the 1-1. That one is hit into right field, base hit by Tyler Courtney. His second hit of the season, and I bet that just feels amazing. Is now Wilson Rubion to the plate. And he's been great for the Sabre Dogs. He's batting .324, just 2 points behind Chauncey and Cruz. Throw over to first. Check on Courtney. He has 1 stolen base this year. That pitch is in there, strike 1 to Rubion. So Courtney gets his lead at second. Roundtree, long turn, looks over. The set and the delivery. That one fouled off of the catcher's mitt of Braden Olson for strike 2.
Let's go Dogs! Let's go Dogs!
Rubion awaits the 0-2 pitch from Roundtree. Here's the pitch. Check swing, didn't go. That one escapes Braden Olson. And that's going to allow Courtney to advance over to second base. That'll be a wild pitch. Count is now 1-2. Sabre Dogs trying to break their spell of poor offense as of late during this homestand. They are 1-2 since Monday. As now Roundtree steps off the mound and paces around a little bit, make sure he gets comfortable. Rubion steps out, now comes back in to the batter's box. Here's the 1-2 from Roundtree. The pitch. This one is hit at the first baseman as Van Cleve, and he will be in time with the foot race with Rubion. Van Cleve, not the fastest guy on the Big Sticks roster, but able to make the play regardless. So Courtney advances over to third, and that brings up Childs with an RBI opportunity. Childs got a base hit in his first ever Sabre Dogs hit, and that one is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 out, runner on third. Big Sticks lead it 1-0. 2 hits apiece for both teams. Roundtree pitches. That one misses high for ball 2. Drew Pollum is on deck. Cruz Taylor in the hole for the Sabre Dogs if necessary. Childs just needs to put it in the right spot here with the 2-0 count. Roundtree doesn't even look at third, and that one misses inside. 4-pitch walk. And Childs is aboard safely for the 5th time. Make that the 4th time in the series. And that'll bring up Drew Pollum with runners on the corners with 1 out. And Coach Pewitt of the Big Sticks will come out for a mound visit. Reminder that the Sabre Dogs have a 3-game set against the Fremont Moo coming up this weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Games on Friday and Saturday will be at 7:05. And the game on Sunday will be at 5:35. And then after that, Sabre Dogs are on the road as they will be taking on the Hub City Hotshots for the first time this season on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at Hub City. And then they will play them again on Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Minot. So 6 straight games against the Hotshots. And they don't see them again until the 29th of June. And after they are done with the Hotshots, they will play in Brandon for the 2nd time this season. As they continue to play the Whiskey Jacks a lot here in this first month. 11 times in the first 5 weeks. First pitch misses to Pollum. Childs, a decent size lead at first. We'll see if he tries to steal second. With Courtney on third. The pitch. That one misses for ball 2, so 6 straight balls by Roundtree. With Cruz Taylor on deck. So from the stretch, Roundtree goes to work. Focusing purely on the batter. The throw, that one inside for ball 3. Looked over couple times at Childs, but not too worried about him as Van Cleve not really holding him close. So 7 straight balls from Roundtree. Here's the 3-0. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Bases now loaded for Cruz Taylor. He's 0 for 1 today, batting .326 on the season. And against this Badlands team, he is batting .412, which is the best on the team. 7 for 17, including 3 runs and 2 doubles with an RBI. SaberDogs trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Looking to get a run here with bases loaded and 1 out, as Cruz wants time. So here's the first pitch to Cruz Taylor. Down outside, ball 1. Cruz Taylor, a sophomore from North Georgia. Teammates with Tyler Courtney, the second baseman for the SaberDogs. The 1-0 to Taylor. The pitch. And finally, a strike by Brock Roundtree after 9 consecutive balls. That evens the count up at 1-1 with 1 out and bases loaded. Chauncey Callier is on deck for the SaberDogs. Knowles is playing quite deep over in right field. Here's the pitch. That one outside for ball 2. So Roundtree with his first conundrum of his evening, as his first 2 innings were nearly perfect. Allowed a base hit and a walk just prior to this inning. Since then has allowed 2 walks and a single to load the bases. Here's the 2-1 to Cruz. That one outside, ball 3. So 11 balls and 1 strike to the previous 3 batters for Brock Roundtree. Got a man throwing in the bullpen. He's not throwing up. Here's the 3-1. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. 3 consecutive walks, and that brings in a run. And that counts as an RBI for Cruz Taylor. Now another mound visit from head coach Hayden Pewitt. And that will be it for the starting pitcher, Brock Roundtree. So he goes 2 1/3 innings and allows his first run of the season, is responsible for all the runners aboard for the SaberDogs. So we will move on to a new pitcher coming up after the break. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader. Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks tied 1-1. And it is Brock Roundtree who is done for the day with 2 1/3 innings. And it is Joe Harris who comes in the game. We saw him yesterday, went 2 innings with a strikeout, 2 walks, no hits, and no earned runs. So now bases loaded for Chauncey Collier with 1 out. Chauncey leads the team in batting average this season with a .326 average. Listing some of his accolades in the league, he's tied for 3rd in hits, tied for 3rd in doubles, tied for 2nd in at-bats, tied for 4th in home runs, tied for 4th in RBI, and tied for 7th in stolen bases, as this one is fouled down the first base side for strike 1. See if the Sabre Dogs can get the better of Harris, as they were unable to do so last night in the 8th and 9th innings. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Come on, Shouts, you got this, baby. Let's go.
Chauncey flew out in the 2nd inning. And yesterday had a couple of strikeouts. And against the Big Sticks, Chauncey is 5 for 14 with a .357 batting average. The 0-2. That one up and in, barely misses his face for ball 1. The strikeout would be huge here for Joseph Harris, as that would make it 2 outs with the bases loaded for Justin Henley, who has just 4 hits this season. But, however, all of those have been against the Big Sticks. Here's the 1-2, the pitch. This one is fouled back, and his bat goes flying, as it almost hits the camera crew down there.
Remember, you won't get workers' comp.
So he now has to get a new piece of lumber, it looks like, or at least get it, looks like he's getting it tarred up a little bit by head coach Corey Thompson.
Let's go, Shouts, you got this, baby.
Collier stands in, 1-2 with 1 out. From the stretch, the pitch. This one is hit past the third baseman, base hit. 1 run will score. Runner on third is coming home, and he will be out at the plate. What a throw by Souza Paului in left field. As Paulum is thrown out from left fielder Kaimana Souza Paului. However, the Sabre Dogs get an RBI base hit from Chauncey Collier. So now runners on 2nd and 3rd for Justin Henley, the designated hitter for the Sabre Dogs. First pitch, and there's strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one breaking pitch, just misses outside for ball 1. Coming up for the Big Six is Garrett Dupuis, Braden Olson, and Gabe Knowles, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. As that one misses inside, almost hit Justin Henley. That'll be ball 2. The 1-2, excuse me, the 2-1 rather. That one misses outside for ball 3. So after today, these two teams don't play until July 29th, and that will be the 6th and final time these two teams play against each other, and that will be here at Corbett Field. Here's 3-1 to Henley. That one misses for ball 4. So base is juiced with 2 outs for Austin Reno. Reno was 2 for 4 yesterday. And he'll look to continue his success here. So Reno is 2 for 11 against the Big Sticks. That pitch in there, strike 1. That is a 182 batting average with a run and 8 strikeouts. Lined out in his first at-bat to the shortstop Bryson Ford. Here's the 0-1. Hit into left field, and that will be playable for Souza Palui. He'll make the catch for out number 3. Sabre Dogs with 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. We'll move on to the top of the fourth coming up after the break. You're listening to KRRZ 1390 and the Mix 105.7. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. Sabre Dogs take the lead 2-1 after the third inning via an RBI walk by Cruz Taylor and an RBI double by Chauncey Callier. 3 hits by the Sabre Dogs and 2 by the Big Sticks as Xavier Caldwell back out on the bump for the Sabre Dogs. As for the Big Sticks, it will be Garrett Dupuis, Braden Olson, and Gabe Knowles coming to the plate. First pitch to Dupuis, the third baseman. Now in there, strike 1. First time Dupuis came up, he struck out as Caldwell with 4 strikeouts so far on the night. Official first pitch temperature tonight was 87 degrees. Hopefully it will cool off a little bit tomorrow with some clouds and rain as the 0-1 is outside low for ball 1. It's supposed to cool off for the next few days, actually. It's supposed to be upper 60s and low 70s. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low and away for ball 2. However, it will be rainy and cloudy, so it's not going to be as bright here. This one hit into right field, and that will get in the gap between the left and center, the center and right fielders, as it will be Rubion making a throw over down to second, and a stand-up double by Garrett Dupuis. And Dupuis has ran all over the Sabre Dogs in this series, as right now he is 7 for 14, 500 batting average. As Braden Olson comes to the plate, he is 4 for 11 against the Sabre Dogs. Runner on second, nobody out. Now all of a sudden a chance for the Big Sticks to answer here in the top of the fourth. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. First time up, Braden Olson got an RBI walk himself. So you have 2 of those today, 1 by each team. This one is hit in foul territory and out of play, just shy of the dugout. That makes it 1-1 to Olson. Caldwell looks over at second. Makes a double take. And now he's going to step off the mound and turn towards second base and check up on Dupuis. The third baseman from the Big Sticks with 1 stolen base this year. The 1-1. That one hits the batter on the arm. And now a mound visit for head coach Corey Thompson, as now runners on first and second here in the top of the 4th. And actually, it's not going to be a mound visit. It's going to be a discussion with the home plate umpire. And Corey has not been happy with these umpires that have been here since Monday, and they will continue to be here through the rest of the series. And now, whatever Corey Thompson has discussed with home plate umpire, he is relaying it to the second base umpire. And he points over towards the first base. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but nothing changes here. Runners on first and second, no one out. Now Gabe Knowles comes to the plate. Flew out to left field his first time up. First pitch. And there's strike one in the outside corner. See if the Sabre Dogs can escape this jam once again. As they lead 2-1. That pitch outside for ball 1. Pretty sizable crowd here at the beautiful historic Corbett Field for the 5th home game of the season. The 1-1. That one in there for strike 2. Actually, this is home game number 6 of the season. They had 2 back-to-back. They went on the road for 6 and have come home for now the 4th straight home game with 3 more to go here in the longest homestand of the season for the Sabre Dogs. The 1-2. This is outside for ball 2. That evens the count. Look over at second at Dupuis, and here's the pitch. That one way outside for ball 3.
All right, fans, it's a full count.
Full count now with runners on first and second, nobody out. As Caldwell is trying to hold on to his 2-1 lead. From the stretch. Here is the pitch from Caldwell. That one is hit out of play. Down the third baseline foul.
This foul ball is brought to you by First Western Bank and Trust. You'll never strike out when banking with us.
316 to the left and right foul poles, 356 to left and center field. Left and right center field rather, and 410 to dead straightaway center. 3-2, slapped foul. Heads up over there in the Four Bears Oasis. Don't think that hit anybody.
A reminder to keep your eyes on the field at all times and be aware of flying objects. Thank you.
3-2, once again, to Gabe Knowles, the right fielder for the Big Sticks. Swing and a miss, strike 3 off, speed pitch got him. That'll be the first out of the inning. And strikeout number 5 for Caldwell.
Next batter, the second baseman, number 11.
So Ben Toma comes to the plate. He struck out his first time up in the second inning.
Let's make some noise and do it again.
First pitch, that one misses low and away for ball 1 in the dirt. Nice stop by Paulin. That one also low and away outside for ball 2. Sabre Dogs have the 7, 8, 9 batters coming up. Powers, Courtney, and Rubion in the bottom portion of the 4th inning. Got to get out of this jam first. 2-0. That one in there. Strike one on the upper portion of the strike zone.
Let's go, Dogs! Let's go, Dogs!
The 2-1 pitch. Check swing. That's fouled off. I'll make it 2-2. Nathan Sanders on deck. He flew out in the 2nd inning. He'll get his 2nd crack at it unless Sabre Dogs get a double play, which would be ideal right about now, especially for Xavier Caldwell. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one hit up the middle and past Austin Reno for a base hit, and rounding and coming home is the runner, and the throw is in time, but the tag is not applied. Now runner advancing over to 3rd, and another drop ball. This time by Chauncey Callier. Pullum drops the first one, Chauncey drops the second one.
Next batter of the center fielder, number 5, Nathan Saunders.
So Dupuis scores, and Knowles advances to 3rd. And Toma is in safely at 2nd. The game now tied at 2 apiece. This one was fouled off by Sanders. That one goes into the parking lot. So runners on 2nd and 3rd. 1 out here in the top of the 4th for the Big Sticks. Is that one in there? Strike 2. Painting the corners is Xavier Caldwell this inning. Here's the 0-2. That one upstairs for ball 1. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. No, that one was a foul tip that was in the dirt. Okay, so now they are saying that it was strike 3. Kind of confusing there. Wasn't quite sure if Pullum caught that. And by Sanders standing in and staying in the batter's box and the umpire not giving an out signal, I thought it was just a foul tip and we were redoing the 1-2. But regardless, now 2 outs with runners on 2nd and 3rd for Kaimana Souza Palui. First pitch to him, inside, nice dig by Drew Pullum. That'll be ball 1. That one misses upstairs for ball 2.
Let's go, Dogs!
Caldwell trying to escape his 2nd jam of the game. He went through 7 innings and, 7 batters in the 1st inning. This one is hit at the second baseman Courtney. Threw over to 1st for the easy out, and that will end the inning. So a couple of sloppy plays by Pullum and Callier, and that gives the Big Sticks their 2nd run of the game as we are tied at 2 apiece. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up next on 1390 KRRZ and The Mix 105.7.
iHeartRadio.
Z94 is is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sabre River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sabre River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sabre River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. We are back. Sabre Dogs, Big Six tied at 2 apiece as they are trying to establish dominance in the Lewis division. As of right now, it has been the Big Sticks who have been doing so, both on the mound and at the plate. 3.47 ERA for the pitching squad for the Big Sticks as a team. And as for their hitting, 365 batting average coming into today and a 403 batting average against the Sabre Dogs. Just absolutely dominating this team on all facets. Sabre Dogs trying to come back and get their second win against this Big Sticks team as they are losing the series 3-1. First pitch to Sam Powers, and he fouls it back as Powers grounded out his first time up. It'll be Tyler Courtney on deck, who got his second base hit of the season in the third inning, and then it'll be Wilson Rubion in the hole. The 0-1. Inside for ball one. So we got a pitcher over there in the Sabre Dogs bullpen loosening up. Just doing some stretches. This one is hit at the shortstop, Bryson Ford, for a line out, route number 1. It's really great to hear how positive Cruz Taylor was yesterday after, when asked about what the mental frame is of this team after struggling hitting. Talked about how they've been hitting the ball well. They've just been hitting the ball well at the fielders, basically. So first pitch, and there's strike 1. So they're making good contact, just putting the ball in the wrong spots. And if they can do that, this team will be A-okay as they are batting just .217 coming into this game. 0-1 misses up high for ball 1. And part of the team getting better hitting, this guy has to start producing. He gets just a second hit of the season last inning. Here's the 1-1. This one is hit fair to the shortstop, Ford. Just tough time fielding it. Throw over to first, not in time. So he will reach safely via an error by Bryson Ford, who has been fantastic all series long, defensively and offensively as well.
Next batter, the right fielder, number 4, Wilson.
So Wilson Rubion comes to the plate. He grounded out his first time up. Got a runner on first with one out here in the bottom of the 4th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0, that one in there for strike 1. Over there at first is Tyler Courtney, who has reached safely twice today. The 1-1, up and away for ball 2. And Courtney getting a day off yesterday. Looks like that was just the right medicine for him to get things going. Freshman from the University of North Georgia. This one is fouled off the top of the grandstand for strike 2. The count now even with one out, runner on first. Both teams with Well, I guess the Sabre Dogs have 3 hits. The scoreboard says 4 hits, but that was not a hit by Tyler Courtney. That was an error. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 gets Ruby on strikes. Now we'll bring up Philip Childs for the 3rd time today. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, with also a run. Drew Palm is on deck if necessary. See if Childs can stay perfect today. Throw over to first. Just a small little dive back by Tyler Courtney. Didn't really have that much of a lead, only maybe 2 steps. First pitch, in there, strike 1 on the inside edge. Make it 0-1. Big Sticks have Mason Schwellenbach, Bryson Ford, and Connor Van Cleve, the 2-3-4 batters coming up to the plate next. The 0-1, runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw is wide and into right field. And Courtney's going to turn the base and get in there safely at 3rd base. So we'll get the stolen base, and an E2 advances him over to 3rd. Second error of the inning by the Big Sticks. And now Hayden Pewitt having some words with the home plate umpire. Not quite sure what about. No substitutions or anything, so it will stay 0-2. That one fouled off. We will do that again. Nice breeze cooling everyone off here at Corbett Field. Sun still shining down on the Forebears Oasis down the 3rd base line, as this one is fouled down the 3rd base line. Got the shade over the people viewing from the Mobile One first base seats, and also here at the grandstand until about Section C. The 0-2, slow grounder. Charging in is Dupuis. Throw to first, not in time. Infield base hit and an RBI for Philip Childs. So 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI. And that will give the Sabre Dogs the lead back. So Drew Palm comes up. 2 outs, man on first. Sabre Dogs now with a 3-2 lead. And a throw over to first, and he got him in the pickoff as Childs was caught, and as soon as he saw that he was caught, he sprinted towards second and almost got in there safely. And that is his 2nd time he has been caught in between the bases. So we will send it to the top of the 5th coming up after the break. We'll take 90 seconds this time. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
iHeartRadio. 910 AM KCJB is Minot's Heritage AM full-service information station, supported by the classic country favorites. KCJB listeners are ranchers and farmers and business owners. From egg reports and markets to compelling information, we are 910 AM KCJB, home of the Minnesota Twins, Minot State, and Minot High Sports. We are 910 AM KCJB, Minot's news and information station.
Sabre Dogs lead it 3-2 as we move on to the top of the fifth. Sabre Dogs get a run thanks to an RBI infield base hit by Philip Childs. So we now move on to the top of the fifth with Mason Schwellenbach coming to the plate, Bryson Ford on deck, and Connor Van Cleve in the hole. Talking about the dominance of this Big Six team against the Sabre Dogs, mentioned right before the break. They are hitting .403 against the Sabre Dogs, which is absolutely insane. And on the season, they're batting .365. And numbers like those, of course, you're going to lead in the division as they are 8-3. And speaking of the division, let's check up on some of the scores around the league. Starting out with the Hastings-Casper game. Sawbusters lead at 1-0 on the road. And Fremont and Hub City already in the top of the eighth, apparently. It is 6-0 in favor of the Moo. West Nebraska leads the Spearfish Sasquatch 5-0 in the top of the third. And in the final game, the Pier Trappers leading at home against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks 2-1. Keep you updated on the scores throughout the rest of the broadcast. Caldwell back in for his fifth inning of work as a designated hitter, Mason Schwellenbach, comes to the plate. First pitch in there, strike one. Schwellenbach went 1 for 4 yesterday with a run. And that only hit being a double as that 0-1 pitch is in there for strike two. Previous series against the Whiskey Jacks, he was 6 for 12. 3 runs and 2 doubles. Here's the 0-2. That one up high, check swing, but didn't go around. It'll be ball one. Schwellenbach over 2 today. This one is hitting towards right field. Tracking it is Taylor, and that will be, wow, a home run. Didn't think that one had a shot, but it gets over the right field fence just a few feet to the left of the foul pole. Probably didn't go more than 320 feet. And that will tie the game right back up at 3. So that will bring up Bryson Ford as Schwellenbach now with 4 home runs, which leads every single player in this entire league as Bryson Ford comes to the plate. And now a little bit of a hold up between the umpires, and they're making sure that that was a home run, and they do confirm. I tell you, that ball in most ballparks is not going to get out of here, but just 316 to the right field fence, and that one goes no more than 330, maybe went 325. First pitch to Ford, in there for strike one. That one up and in for ball one. Foul pitch. Foul ball, rather. Make it 1-2. Caldwell trying to regather himself as we are tied now at 3-3 here in the top of the fifth. This one hit towards right field, and Taylor won't have to move much. Takes a couple steps back and makes the play for out number 1. Connor Van Cleve now comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout. First pitch to him, in there, strike one. It's been a solid day all around for the Badlands Big Sticks hitters. As that ball is fouled off into the dugout. Cody White trying to make an acrobatic play over there to grab it, unable to do so without his glove. He had a nice start yesterday in 5 innings. Things just kind of went south in the 5th inning. He allowed 4 runs. This one is hit in the air towards left field. Childs is tracking, and in foul territory, he will make the play for out number 2. Nice play by Phillip. Now we'll bring up Garrett Dupuis. He is 1 for 2 with a double and a run. Continues to dominate Sabre Dogs pitching. He's now 8 for 16 against the Sabre Dogs. His first pitch in there, strike 1. That one breaking pitch, and there's strike 2 on the inside corner. Beautiful pitch by Xavier. Here's the 0-2. That misses high for ball 1. Sabre Dogs have Drew Palm, Cruz Taylor, and Chauncey Callier coming to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a bunch of runs scattered throughout this game. Not a huge clump like past 2 games. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Xavier's 6th strikeout of the day. We'll move on to the bottom of the 5th. Coming up right after these messages here on 1390 KRRZ and the Mix 105.7. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader. Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks going back and forth in a chess match as a solo shot by Mason Schwellenbach gives him his league-leading 4th home run of the year. We are tied at 3 apiece as we have so far just 4 scoreless frames and 5 frames with at least 1 run. Big Stick started out with a run in the top of the 1st and a few frames in a row without a run, and then the Sabre Dogs got 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, and since then, every single frame has been filled with a run. Breaking pitch, nice pitch by Joseph Harris. Check swing, got him for strike 1. This is Drew Palm. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out in the 1st inning, it was gunned out at home plate. In the 3rd inning, this one hit up the middle, base hit by Palm. Sabre Dogs in business as Palm gets a leadoff base hit to start the bottom of the 5th. And that brings up Cruz Taylor. Taylor is 0 for 1 with a RBI walk and a ground out. Quick throw back to first. Checking up on Palm. Palm doesn't have any stolen bases this season, but just want to make sure he doesn't get his first here. Harris is still on the mound for the Big Sticks. Big secondary lead as that pitch is up and out of the zone for ball 1 as Taylor was going for a bunt, trying to get Powers over to second. Excuse me, rather Palm over to second. No outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the 5th. Another throw back to first. And now going to throw over for a third time, this time as he was getting his lead. As he doesn't take individual steps, he kind of runs out his first three. And this is a double play ball, but the second baseman boots it, so he's going to have to settle for one out at first base. So Pullum advances via fielder's choice, and Taylor is out after it was Bentoma who couldn't really make that play. Chauncey Callier comes to the plate. As of right now, he has 1 for 2 with a double and a flyout. 1 out, runner on second here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch. That one fouled out of play, and Pullum getting a big secondary lead. From the stretch. The pitch. Fouled back into the netting. In front of the grandstand for strike 2. And that 30-inch pizza just walked by, and I can smell that. Man, that smells good from Planet Pizza. Yo, 2. Runner goes, hit into right field, and that will be over the head and off the wall of the right fielder. Turning the corner and scoring is Drew Pullum, and an RBI double by Chauncey Callier. Chauncey's second RBI double of the day. So it will now be Justin Henley's turn. He is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Chance to get his 5th hit against these big sticks and the 5th hit of the season. Pitch, and that one's grounded at the second baseman. Tomei boots it, and everyone's going to be safe. So now runners on the corners with 1 out for Austin Reno with 1 out. So 2 consecutive plays booted by Bentoma, and this one is a little bit more costly as they aren't able to get anyone out. Reno was 0 for 2 with the line out and a flyout. See if he can turn that around here. He's coming off a multi-hit day yesterday. Sabre Dogs lead it 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Throw back to first. 5 consecutive frames with a run from both teams. First pitch, and there's strike 1. And Justin Henley has been left stranded at first. Both of his first at-bats, plate appearances. Hopefully they can change that here as he stands 2 steps away from first base. This one grounded up the middle at the shortstop Ford, touches the bag at second, throw over to first, in time, double play by Bryson Ford. So a 6-3 double play ends the inning, but the Sabre Dogs get a lead thanks to an RBI double by Chauncey Callier. We'll take another 90-second break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball on KRRZ 1390 and The Mix 105.7.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
I heard 105.3 The Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
Back and forth game here at Corbett Field is a 4-3 lead by the Sabre Dogs. 7 hits from Surge Valley and 5 from the Big Sticks. We now have a new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs, and it's going to be Matt Sartwell, the right-hander from Minot State University, as Xavier Caldwell's day is done after 5 innings of work, as he will be going in for the win here.
Attention fans, it's now time for the call open, brought to you by North Dakota One Call. Now pitching for the Sabre Dogs.
This would be a no decision, actually. Sartwell can keep the lead for the Sabre Dogs. He will be credited with the win.
Leading off the lane for the Big Sticks, number 13, the catcher, Braden Olson.
So for the Big Sticks, it'll be Braden Olson, Gabe Knowles, and Ben Toma coming to the plate. First pitch, this one fouled just in front of home plate for strike 1. Olson stands in. He's 0 for 0 as that pitch misses for ball 1. An RBI walk in the first and a hit by pitch in the 4th. So his 3rd plate appearance, looking for his first at-bat still. The 1-1. In there, strike 2.
Fans, that was the Lucky Strike, presented by North Hill Bowl.
The 1 and 2 to Sartwell, or from Sartwell, rather. Swing and a miss. That gets away from Pollum, and he might be able to reach here, and he will. No throw down to first base, and he's going to be safe.
Fans, find the best pizza in Minot at the ranch. Pizza Ranch's legendary buffet away guarantees it.
Sartwell is credited with the strikeout. However, he reaches safely. Now it'll be Gabe Knowles coming to the plate. First pitch to him. And that one misses outside, ball 1. Runner on first. Sabre Dogs lead 4-3 here in the top of the 6th. Still has been a run every single frame since the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-0. That one misses outside, ball 2. Sartwell from the stretch. It's over at first. And delivers. That one misses outside, ball 3.
Let's go.
It's now with a 3-0 count from Sartwell. The pitch, outside, ball 4. So after striking out and allowing Braden Olson to reach, 4-pitch walk to Gabe Knowles. Ben Toma comes to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a strikeout, a run, and a double. Correction, he did not score a run. He was stranded on 3rd base in the 4th inning. First pitch. That one misses, ball 1 as Ben Toma tries to lay down a bunt.
Ben Toma, our man to plate, is the K-Man of the night. He's struck out once already. Let's make some noise and get him out again.
The pitch. Backs away for ball 2. That one misses upstairs.
If he does strike out again, You'll get upgraded to a 32-ounce soda, courtesy of the Chorus.
And now a time called as Justin Mulvaney goes out to the mound to check up on Sartwell. As he has now pitched 6 straight balls. And that strikeout where Olsen advanced to first probably messed with his head a little bit. Got a man warming up in the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs. Looks like George Locksterkamp. Locksterkamp, the 6'3" junior from St. Cloud State. Dude makes me feel like I'm super tiny sitting next to him. Honestly, it feels like that Locksterkamp is taller than Houlihan, who is 6'4", according to what he's told us. And so is Mancuso and Bo McClintock, who has yet to arrive here. A 2-0 pitch from Sartwell. Gets the bunt down. Toma. Sartwell is going to throw over to third very softly, but gets the out. Just barely beat it out. That was a risky play, but it ends up working. So they'll leave the runners on first and second as Knowles advances to second and Toma is on base via fielder's choice. That brings up Nathan Sanders, who is 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. He's the only player for the Big Sticks that hasn't reached base yet today. First pitch is low in the dirt, ball 1. 4-3 our score. Sabre Dogs lead the Big Sticks in the top of the 6th inning. Sabre Dogs looking for the first scoreless frame since the bottom of the 2nd. The 1-0. Hit in the air well towards right field, and Rubion's going to let that one just get out of here. That one is past the second wall and down the street. Ball still going near the elementary school out there. My goodness, that ball was absolutely crushed. And a 3-run home run gives the Big Sticks once again the lead. That's a 3-run shot by Nathan Sanders. And as for Sanders, that is his 2nd home run of the season. He got one in the series versus the Whiskey Jacks. His RBI is 2, 3, and 4. That definitely will help his average. He's batting just .219 coming into this game. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Kaimona Souza Palui. Start at 0-1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The stretch. That one is pulled down the line, foul. 1-2 count coming up for Souza Palui as the Big Sticks retake the lead. It's now 6-4. The 1-2. Breaking pitch just misses for ball 2. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 6th. The 2-2. Now misses up and away for ball 2. Excuse me, ball 3.
All right, friends, it's a 4 down. Let's make some noise for your Sabre Dogs.
The full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Sartwell with his 2nd strikeout, but just his 2nd out. Or excuse me, his 3rd out of the inning, technically. As he struck out Olsen, but he advanced to first as the ball got away from Drew Pollum. Olsen was then thrown out at 3rd by Sartwell. And then getting that 2nd strikeout of the inning to Souza Palui as now Schwellenbach takes a big cut here on the first pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. That one in there, strike two. Nice pitch by Sartwell. Payoff pitch. Got him, strike three. So Sartwell, after allowing a 3-run home run, strikes out 3 batters in the inning total and has to get 4 outs. We'll move on to the bottom of the 6th with Powers, Courtney, and Rubion coming up for the Sabre Dogs. You're listening to 1390 KRRZ and The Mix 105.7.
iHeartRadio. Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sewers River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sewers River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sewers River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Sabre Dogs now trail once again 6-4 after a 3-run blast in the top portion of the inning by Nathan Sanders. So that will bring up Sam Powers, Tyler Courtney, and Wilson Rubion for the Sabre Dogs. They'll try to once again answer. First pitch to Powers, swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch got him as Harris makes his return for the Big Sticks. As he came in the 3rd inning. 2 1/3 inning of work from Brock Roundtree. That pitch misses, low and away for ball 1. The 1-1. That one fouled back off the netting and into the Sabre Dogs dugout.
Please report to fan services on the first base concourse. Ashley Golke. Thank you.
Wind up from Smith. This one grounded at the 3rd baseman Dupuis. Long throw over to first, and that will be dropped by the 1st baseman Van Cleve. So Powers is on board for the first time today. Throw was just a little bit too low, and Van Cleve wasn't able to scoop it. Had Humphrey in there, might have been able to make that play. Excellent first baseman. He gets the day off, and problems for him have been his offense. He's 4 for 36, batting .111 on the season as Jared Humphrey. First pitch to Tyler Courtney is inside ball 1. The 1-0 hit in the air towards center field. Racing in is Sanders. And instead backing up and making the play is Ben Toma, the 2nd baseman, for out number 1. Now it's Wilson Rubion's turn. He's over 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, which means he is due. Batting 324 on the season and 400 against the Big Sticks this year. Throw over to first, checking up on Powers as he doesn't even slide, just takes a few steps over. First pitch, and there's strike 1 on the outside edge.
I'll be right back.
7 hits by the Sabre Dogs so far tonight, 6 by the Big Sticks. And Badlands leads 6-4 over the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. This one is just outside for a ball. Even the count at 1-1. 1 out runner on first. Fouled back for strike 2. Joseph Harris pitching in his 5th game and his 2nd in the series. Just 1 earned run allowed, an 0.84 ERA, and 10 2/3 innings pitched with 10 strikeouts, no walks and 6 hits. As swing and a miss, strike 3, and they're unable to get Powers on a second as once again they throw down to second base is off to the right of the charging shortstop Bryson Ford. That has been a continuous trend from Braden Olson. Every single throw he has made down to second has been off to the right. And now a quick mound visit from head coach Hayden Pewitt. So the runner on second is Sam Powers, who reached second base via a stolen base and reached first via an error. Since then, a flyout by Tyler Courtney and a strikeout by Wilson Rubion. As Harris will stay out for the Big Sticks. Been in there since 1 out in the 3rd inning. As Philip Childs comes to the plate, he's 2 for 2 with a base hit into left field and an infield base hit. That brought in a run. First pitch to him. That one misses for ball 1 in the outside corner. (1-0). That one misses for ball 2. Got a man over there in the bullpen for the Big Sticks. He isn't throwing, he's just kind of looking on from the bullpen. He's been throwing out there for a while. 2-0 in there for a strike. Under the Sabre Dogs and the Fremont Moo have a 3-game series starting tomorrow at 7:05. Continue on Saturday at 7:05 and Sunday at 5:35. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Lockster Camp also over in the bullpen warming up.
Dakota Square Tesoro, and be sure to like the Dakota Square Tesoro page on Facebook.
So here is the 2-2 with 2 away. Runner on second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Childs down on strikes here in the bottom of the 6th for his first out of the day. Sabre Dogs trail 6-4. We'll move on to the top of the 7th coming up after this. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Sabre Dogs trail it 6-4 as we move on to the top of the 7th as George Locksterkamp comes in after 2 innings of work. 1 inning of work from the second pitcher of the day. Locksterkamp will come in once again. As Sartwell is done after 1 inning. So coming up for the Big Sticks, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Bryson Ford, Connor Van Cleve, and Garrett Dupuis. Bryson Ford coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with a single, a flyout, and a hit by pitch.
Number 20, now pitching for the Sabre Dogs.
As for George Locksterkamp, the new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs this year, 3 earned runs in 2 outings with a 3.52 ERA in 7 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 6 hits with a 156 whip. Some pretty solid stats for Locksterkamp. Last time he pitched was on Tuesday as the first pitch. Misses for ball 1. And on Tuesday, he went 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, a walk, a hit, and no earned runs. This one hit towards right field, and that will be caught by Rubion for out number 1. So Connor Van Cleve comes to the plate once again with bases empty. He had a runner on his second time up, but it was a pickoff. Ended up ending the era for the big sticks on the bases for Van Cleve, as this one is hit into left field for a base hit. Van Cleve with his second hit of the day. He's now 2 for 4. Now Dupuis comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a double, a run, and 2 strikeouts. First pitch. Misses for ball 1. And if you're facing Locksterkamp, he likes to start way over to the left portion of the mound. Right-handed pitcher from St. Cloud State. That one misses low for ball 2. And his step is even further to the left, and he comes all the way across his body. The 2-0 in the air towards left field. Childs will have to come in to make this play for a few steps. And he will make the catch for out number 2. Now it's Braden Olson to the plate. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, an RBI walk, and a hit by pitch. And Olson last inning struck out and reached on base as Palm was unable to come up with the third strike. Went through his legs. First pitch, in there, strike 1 to Olson. Camp starts ahead in the count. Here's the 0-1. Hit in the air towards center field. Racing in is Taylor, but making the catch is the second baseman, Tyler Courtney, for out number 3. So 3 straight flyouts for the Big Sticks. And the Sabre Dogs hold the Big Sticks scoreless for the first time since the 3rd inning. We'll move on to the bottom of the 7th after a 90-second break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
iHeartRadio. Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station. Mix puts our personality and music focus on adult women, whether it's the moms at home or at work, to those that are business owners, or the women who have declared 50 is the new 30. Let Mix go to work for you, playing a variety of music from the 80s, 90s, and today, and can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices all across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. We are Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station.
6-4 Big Sticks lead as we move on to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Drew Pollum, Cruz Taylor, and Chauncey Callier, the 2, 3, and 4 holes coming up for the Sabre Dogs. And on for the Big Sticks is number 18, Malik Barrington, as he is having himself an interesting season for the Big Stick. The Big Sticks. As of right now, his statistics stand at 2 wins and 0 losses, as he has 0 relief efforts so far this year. This will be his first. 5 earned runs, a 4.65 ERA, and 9 2/3 innings pitched. He has 13 strikeouts, but he's allowed 14 walks, but just 3 hits. Has a whip of 176. See if the Sabre Dogs can do well against Barrington, who is one of the best starting pitchers in this league, really. He has an absolute cannon. Fastballs up in the 90s. Let's see if Drew Pollum can get things underway for the Sabre Dogs. Here is his 3rd plate appearance. First pitch to him. Misses for ball 1 as the sun's starting to set. And right field. As the pitch gets past the catcher, Braden Olson, for ball 1. Wind up and the pitch from Barrington. That one in there for a strike. Count now 2-1 for Drew Pollum. 1 for 2. Is that one in there for strike 2? He had a base hit a couple innings ago. He got on via a walk in the 3rd and grounded out in the 1st. That pitch misses and is now 3-2 to Pollum. Cruz Taylor on deck and Chauncey Callier in the hole for the Sabre Dogs. Gonna come back from a 6-4 deficit as the 3-2 inside for ball 4. So now Taylor comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Had an RBI walk in the 3rd inning and 2 groundouts. Here's the first pitch to Cruz. That one in there for a strike as Drew Pollum getting himself a nice secondary lead. Throw back over to first. That'll be in time. Here's the 0-1 to Taylor from Barrington. This one is hit in right field. Base hit. Turning around second and heading for 3rd. And Taylor for 2nd, and he is in there for a double as Pollum is in there safely at 3rd. Now it's Chauncey Callier's turn. He's had 2 RBI doubles today. One swing of the bat can take the lead as the Sabre Dogs trail 6-4 with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. clutch doesn't begin to describe Chauncey so far today. First pitch to him. In there, strike one on the inside corner. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Strike two. Once again, Chauncey starting early in the count. 3 of his 4 at-bats, he started behind 0-2 in the count. And he has done that twice today now. Here's the 0-2. Outside and up for ball 1. That hit by Cruz Taylor was just the 4th hit allowed by Barrington all season. The 1-2. That one misses outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chauncey was in front of that breaking ball, be out number 1. That is strikeout number 13 on the season for Callier. Justin Henley comes to the plate now. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out. Or excuse me, rather, he is 0 for 1 via reaching on an error with 2 walks. And has been stranded on first every single time he's come to the plate. And now a time called by catcher Braden Olson. And he will talk with Malik Barrington. This is a perfect opportunity for Justin Henley, who has only 2 RBI this season, batting just 114. He's 4 for 14 against the Big Sticks, but he's 0 for 21 against everybody else. First pitch to him. That one in there for strike 1. See if Henley can get the Sabre Dogs on the board. Try to tie this thing up or even take the lead. Henley is more than due here. Here's the 0-1. That one is in there. Strike 2. Breaking pitch. Got Henley there. 1 out, runners on second and third here in the bottom of the 7th. Sabre Dogs trail 6-4. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It was out in front of that curveball, just like Chauncey was. And that'll be 2 consecutive strikeouts after 2 consecutive runners allowed on. Now it's Austin Reno's turn. Reno is 0 for 3. A line out, a fly out, and a ground out. Finished up his freshman season at Lindsey Wilson College in Kentucky. Wind up and the pitch. That one in there, strike 1 in the outside corner. It's a nice pitch by Barrington, paying the corners. Here's the 0-1. That one outside in the dirt for ball 1. Good stop there by Olson. Sam Powers is on deck. He started things off last inning with reaching on via an error, stole second base. And Reno backs off once time. Big time at bat here for Austin Reno. Batting .225 on the season. Just 1 RBI and 14 strikeouts for him. This one is slapped foul down the third base side. Second most strikeouts in the league. And most on the team is Austin Reno. The 1-2. Grounded at the shortstop Ford. He'll field it, throw over to first in time for out number 3, and the Big Sticks escape the jam. So after getting runners on second and third with nobody out, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, gets Mike Barrington out of the inning. We will send it to the top of the 8th inning. Coming up after these messages.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs trying to come back here as they trail 6-4. Moving on to the top of the 8th, it'll be Loxterkamp out for his second straight inning. And up for the Big Sticks is Gabe Knowles, Ben Toma, and Nathan Sanders. The 7, 8, 9 slots coming up for Badlands. Nobody in the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs. Corey Thompson putting his full trust in the big 2-0. The 6'3 junior from St. Cloud State. Loxterkamp in the previous inning allowed just 1 hit and then 3 flyouts. There's the first pitch to Knowles. That one in there, strike 1 on the inside corner. Knowles batting .250 on the season. This one hit into the netting behind home plate in front of the grandstand for strike 2. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Sabre Dogs, 6 runs, 7 hits for the Big Sticks with 2 errors committed. Wind up and the pitch. Misses high for ball 1. Tried to get Knowles' chase. Here's the 1-2. Breaking pitch. Hit into foul territory. Chauncey chasing, and it will land in the Four Bears Oasis on the third base side for redo the 1-2.
All about family, all about fun.
Knowles against the Sabre Dogs, 4 for 13, a batting average of .308. 1-2. That one misses inside, ball 2. And against the Whiskey Jacks, he had a nice series as well. Batted 4 for 9, a .444 batting average. So started slow on the season, is slowly getting into the thick of things here. 2-2. That one misses for ball 3. Knowles was batting less than 150 going into the Sabre Dogs series last weekend in Dickinson. And since worked it all the way up to 268. Excuse me, 250 rather. 3-2. Slow grounder over to second baseman Courtney. Overhand throw in time for out number 1. Now I'll bring up Ben Toma, who reached home safely thanks to that 3-run home run last inning, or 2 innings ago by Nathan Sanders. Also has a double and a strikeout. Now we got someone loosening up over in the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs. Also, the Big Sticks have a guy over there as well. This one is hit in the air. Charging over is Powers, and that one will get out of play. Foul ball.
Next man, the second baseman, number 11, Ben Toma. Tonight's K-Man of the night. If he strikes out again, you'll win a 32-ounce soft drink from Tesoro.
Here's the 0-1 from Loxterkamp from the windup. Goes to work. Nobody aboard. 1 out. And that one misses inside for ball 1. Sabre Dogs still trail 6-4. The 1-1. That one in there for another strike. 1 and 2 coming up. Start out with the run to begin the game for the Big Sticks, then 4 frames of scoreless baseball, then 6 consecutive frames with runs, now 3 more without, as that one is in the dirt and outside for ball 2. So it's been very streaky for both teams. As right now, both teams are struggling to produce runs. The 2 and 2 hit past the diving Austin Reno into left field. Good effort by Austin, but it just sneaks past his glove, and he is aboard with his second base hit of the day. And now Nathan Sanders comes back to the plate. He had his second home run of the season his last time up, a 3 RBI shot that was absolutely just torched. And I believe it's still sitting over there in the lot of the elementary school across the street. First pitch, low and inside, gets away from Pollum, but the runner will stay at first. It'll be ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Loxterkamp. That one in there, strike 1. And this pitching group for the Sabre Dogs, 5.82 ERA coming into this game. Probably get bumped up a little bit as they've allowed 6 runs here tonight so far. Here's the 1-1. Hit in the air. Chauncey tracking it, and he'll get out of play once again down the third base side. I'll make it 1 and 2 with 1 out. To the center fielder, Nathan Sanders. 3 RBI, a home run, and just that 1 hit. He's 1 for 3 on the day. The 1 and 2. Hit past the diving first baseman, Powers, and that's going to be into right field for a double by Nathan Sanders, and he continues to produce here in the later innings. So Toma advances over to third, and Sanders is on second safely. So still just 1 out with runners on second and third now to Kaimona Souza Palui. He's 0 for 3 on the day, very uncharacteristic-like, but however, pretty similar to what he did last night. Started the day 0 for 1 going into his third plate appearance, and then he got a hit. And then after that, didn't have a hit for the rest of the day. First pitch to him, hit in the air towards center field. And tracking it is Cruz Taylor, who'll make the catch. And tagging and scoring is Ben Toma. And getting safely to third is Nathan Sanders. So now a 3-run lead for the Big Sticks. So Souza Palui gets the job done, and Mason Schwellenbach comes to the plate, as he also had a home run earlier in the day, as he now leads the entire league with 4 dingers. A 7-4 lead for the Big Sticks here in the top of the 8th. That pitch by Loxterkamp misses outside for ball 1. That one gets away from Pollum. Runner's going to try to score. Loxterkamp, and is not going to get there in time. As if Loxterkamp was in at home, he might have been able to get the out, but regardless, that should be a passed ball, as it is now 8-4. Loxterkamp now goes to work with empty bases with 2 outs. This one fouled off of the foot of Pollum. Looks like he's okay. Two-1 in there to even the count up. 2 outs, so it'll be Bryson Ford on deck if necessary. Here's the 2-2. That one misses up high, ball 3. The 3-2. Now misses inside, ball 4. Now Ford comes to the plate. As once again, it'll be Locksterkamp going to work with man on. First pitch to Ford in there for strike one. The 0-1 hit right at Locksterkamp, and that might have hit him a little bit, grazed his leg. It went through his legs into center field for a base hit. Now Schwellenbach is on to second. And Ford gets his second base hit of the day, and now Connor Van Cleve comes to the plate with two men on. And this is not the ideal situation when you have Connor Van Cleve up to the plate. Comes into today the #1 hitter in all of the league, batting .429. The University of Kansas playing first base today. This one fouled back. Van Cleve also pitches for the Big Sticks and also pitched an inning for the Kansas Jayhawks this past season. It was one scoreless inning. Batted .247 this past season, playing in 27 games. The 0-1. This one is a slow grounder at the shortstop. Reno, throw over to first, will be in time. Route number 3. Good play by Reno as he had to charge in to get it. And the throw over is in time, but the damage has been done. 2 more runs by the Big Sticks makes it an 8-4 Badlands lead. We'll send it to the bottom of the 8th coming up after this break.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Sabre Dogs trail 8-4 after allowing 2 more runs in the top of the 8th inning. And we have another new pitcher for the Big Sticks. It'll be the right-handed reliever, Michael Ruddick. And Ruddick this season has pitched in 3 games. In 1 start, he has 1-1 with 4 earned runs, a .372 ERA, and 9 2/3 innings with 14 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 7 hits with a 114 whip. So a very solid start to Michael Reddick's season. This is already the 4th pitcher that the Big Sticks have burned here today, as they did the same thing yesterday. They go through more pitchers because they can afford to, because they have such a strong pitching roster. Mentioned a few times throughout the broadcast, but a .347 ERA for the Big Sticks as a team. So it'll be Sam Powers coming to the plate for the Sabre Dogs to lead off the bottom of the 8th with Tyler Cordy on deck and Wilson Rubion in the hole, just like last inning. I guess it was actually 2 innings ago, my mistake. First pitch just misses Sam Powers on the inside. It'll be ball 1 from Reddick. The 1-0. Foul back. Make it strike 1. Reminder, you can listen to all Sabre Dogs baseball games at home and on the road right here on 1390 KRRZ. You can also watch the home games on expeditionleague.tv. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Make it 1-2 to Powers. The 1-2. This one hit in the air towards left field. Going over to make the play is Souza Palui for out number 1. Now Tyler Courtney comes to the plate. He's had himself a nice day. He is 1 for 3 with 2 runs and a base hit and a stolen base. First pitch in there, strike 1. SaberDogs trying to make a 4-run comeback here in the bottom of the 8th after giving up 2 by Georgia Lockstercamp in the top of the 8th. That one misses up high for a ball. So here's the 1-1 from Reddick. One misses low and away for ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one in there, strike 2. Now even the count with 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch. This one fouled back. We will redo that one. Wilson Rubion is on deck. Phil Childs in the hole if necessary. Nice to get Philip another at-bat. He's been playing very well today. The pitch. This one slapped foul. As Van Cleve tried to charge over to make the play, unable to do so in foul territory. The 2-2. Hit in the air towards right field. Charging in to make the play is Taylor. And that will drop in for a base hit. Excuse me, that was Knowles in right field. My mistake. Got my teams mixed up here. So Courtney had 1 hit coming into today. He has 2 hits just tonight, as he is aboard with another single. Now Rubion trying to get involved as he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. We're on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. This one is hit into the gap in left field for another base hit. Courtney will be safe at second, and Rubion in at first. So now it's Phil Child's turn. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout and an RBI. See if he can get it done here. 1 out, 2 men on. SaberDogs trail 8-4. First pitch. In there, strike 1. Drew Pollum on deck for the SaberDogs. The 0-1. This one hit up the middle, past the diving second baseman Ben Toma, base hit. And Courtney will be stopped at third base. So bases are now loaded with 1 out for Drew Pollum. The tying runner is at the plate.
Next batter, the catcher, number 21, Drew Pollum.
Palm comes to the plate so far this evening. He is 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 5th, 2 walks, and a ground out in the 1st. Childs on 1st, Rubion on 2nd, and Courtney is on 3rd. First pitch to him. This one hit into right field, and that will drop for a base hit. And that will score a run. Rubion is on to 3rd, and Childs on to 2nd. And Drew Pollum gets an RBI single. That's the first RBI of Drew Pollum's season, as he has doubled his hit total from 2 to 4 just today alone. As Cruz Taylor is massively due here. He's 1 for 4. He has a double and an RBI walk. First pitch to him, and there's strike 1. 1 out, bases loaded for Cruz, and 1 swing of the bat can take the lead. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Cruz Taylor's behind in the count 0-2. Cruz Taylor this season, 9 strikeouts, which is the 4th most on the team, behind Reno, Hunter Holland, and Chauncey Collier. Hunter Holland getting his 3rd off day of the season. Here's the 0-2 to Taylor. That one up and away, misses for ball 1. Those of you just joining us, Tyler Courtney reached via a single, and Rubion got on base. Philip Childs also got on base, and Drew Pollum, RBI, with a single. 4 straight hits for the Sabre Dogs. That one is in there for strike 3, as Cruz Taylor very upset with the call. And he walks away after saying a few words that probably aren't allowed on FCC-regulated airwaves. As now Corey Thompson comes near the circle to discuss the call.
That brings up the 3rd baseman, number 10.
As that brings up Chauncey Collier. He is 2 for 4 rather, with 2 RBI doubles, a strikeout and a flyout. 8-5, Sabre Dogs trail by 3. First pitch, beautiful pitch, but misses just a little bit up high by Michael Reddick. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This one hit right at the pitcher, Reddick. He will underhand throw it over to first base and in time for out number 3. So the Sabre Dogs have bases loaded with 1 out, only able to get 1 run out of it, as they trail now 8-5 as they continue to fail to produce with runners on base. We'll move to the top of the 9th. Sabre Dogs trail 8-5.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Sabre Dogs get just 1 run in the bottom of the 8th, despite having runners on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd with 1 out. As Sabre Dogs with 12 runs, but 12 hits, with just 5 runs. Have a new pitcher on the mound for the Sabre Dogs, and it'll be number 27, Bradley Spooner, as he comes in for his 3rd outing of the season. 2 2/3 innings, 2 saves, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits, and no earned runs, with a whip of 150. So a very solid start to the season for Bradley Spooner.
The grand prize of Fargo Force hockey tickets for a group of 18 people. Congratulations. And
see if Spooner can do his magic here, as for the first time that he's come out, he trails in this one. Just trying to get in and get out and get done with this top of the 9th and try to get to the bottom of the 9th with this 3-run deficit that they already have. So for the Big Sticks, it is the 3rd baseman Garrett Dupuis batting first. Braden Olson is on deck, and Gabe Knowles is in the hole. Dupuis so far today is 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, a double and a run, and a flyout. Drew Paulum getting signs from Bradley Spooner as he jogs back to getting behind the plate. Wind up and the pitch. That one inside, but in the strike zone for strike 1. Check out some of the scores around the league. As Fremont beats Hub City 6-0. As this pitch is fouled off, it'll be 0-2. Hastings leads Casper 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. West Nebraska leads the Spearfish Sasquatch 8-0 in the top of the 8th. And lastly, the Pier Trappers lead the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Spooner. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out number 1. So it'll be Braden Olson now coming to the plate. So far, 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a ground out, hit by pitch, and an RBI walk. First pitch to him. That one hit in the air towards center field on a rope, but right at the center fielder, Cruz Taylor, for out number 1. Now it'll be Gabe Knowles coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. Would love to get him out before having to deal with Ben Toma, who is 2 for 4 with 2 runs. He has reached safely 3 times today. Check swing for Knowles. That one in there for strike 1. Sabre Dogs trying to avoid dropping to 5-7 on the season. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Strike 2. If they were to lose today, it would be the first time they'd be 2 games under 500 since they started 0-2. And after that, they won 3 straight and had been over 500 until losing to the Trappers. And then again last night. Here's a ground ball over to Chauncey, 3rd base throw. The first in time. 1-2-3 for Spooner. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Sabre Dogs have the 5, 6, 7 batters coming. They'll be Justin Henley, Austin Reno, and Sam Powers. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Sabre Dogs got one more chance against Michael Reddick, the 6-foot, 175-pound pitcher from Albany State. hometown of Leesburg, Georgia. As it will be Justin Henley, the designated hitter, coming up. He is 0 for 2 with 2 walks, reaching via error and a strikeout. Yesterday, Sabre Dogs tried to come back, but had 2 outs in just 2 pitches. As Hunter Holland has actually come into the game to pinch hit. Here's the first pitch from Reddick. First pitch in there, strike 1. Hunter Holland really struggling here this week. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball up in the zone. Five total strikeouts in the past 2 games combined, with 3 on Tuesday against the Trappers, but a solo home run to redeem himself. This one, a broken bat over to the third baseman Dupuis. Throw is in time for out number 1. Now Austin Reno comes to the plate. He is 0-4 with 2 ground outs, a line out, and a fly out. Yesterday had 2 hits, not so successful today. See if you can turn that around right here. Reddick from the stretch. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Reno. The 0-1. That one inside, but breaks into the strike zone. Tough pitch there from Reddick. That makes it 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Sabre Dogs trail 8-5. Sabre Dogs dropped game 1 in this series yesterday, 5-1 loss. And this one hits Reno, and he will be awarded first base. And now Sam Powers comes to the plate. He's 0 for 4. He's reached base just once with an error in the 6th inning. Also got a stolen base. Stretch and the pitch. Strike 1. Reddick is painting the corners this inning. Struggled last inning, had runners base, or excuse me, had the bases loaded with 1 out. Was able to get out of the jam. The 0-1. That one outside in the dirt. For ball 1. Tyler Courtney is on deck. His first multi-hit game of the season. He had 1 hit prior to today and has 2 just in this game alone. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase upstairs. That one was about at maybe eye level.
Let's go.
The 1-2 with 1 out.
Let's go.
Austin Reno on first. The pitch. That one in there, strike 3. So that'll bring up Tyler Courtney. Most likely you won't see Austin Reno stealing. I was going to say that after the previous pitch. I'll say that with 1 out, because Austin Reno has the 2nd most steals in the entire league. Nobody's going to hold him on here. Got about a 4.5 step lead. First pitch is hit into right field, and that will drop for his 3rd base hit of the day. How about Tyler Courtney? Talk about a redemption story.
All right, fans, I need you loud. I need you proud.
Wilson Rubio now comes to the plate. Runners on first and second. Rubion currently 1 for 4. He had a base hit his last time up with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch, breaking pitch, misses outside, ball 1. Count 1-0 to Rubion. The pitch. Now misses outside for ball 2. It's the rally train going on in center field. 2-0 count. In there for strike 1 on the outside edge. 2-1 count, 2 outs, 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the ninth. Sabre Dogs trail 8-5. The 2-1. This one hit up the middle, base hit. And that will score a run for the Sabre Dogs. And it will be 8-6 as the throw home is cut off by Van Cleve. Austin Reno reaches home plate safely, and Tyler Courtney is on at second base. RBI base hit by Wilson Rubion. So it's now 8-6 and a mound visit for Michael Reddick. Try to get him going as no action going on in the Big Sticks bullpen. And the winning run has come to the plate. It will be Philip Childs. See if Childs can do it here. Trailing by 2, 2 men on, 2 men out. Bottom of the ninth. 14 hits by the Sabre Dogs, but just 6 runs. That's for the Big Sticks. 10 hits and 8 runs. First pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. From the stretch, Reddick looks at first. Now sets. Here's the pitch. Now misses low for ball 2. Childs ahead in the count here early. Austin Reno scored via an RBI single by Wilson Rubion. Rubion is on first, and Tyler Courtney is on second. 2-0. That one's low for ball 3. So here's the 3-0. Greg delivers. In there for strike 1. Big pitch there by Reddick. However, the pressure's still on the right-hander from Albany State. Here's the 3-1. And that one in there for strike 2 on the inside corner. And Corey Thompson does not like that call as he walks around the dugout. And now Call's Time is going to talk about it. And actually now he's going to discuss with Philip Childs a strategy regarding what pitch to hit at, and that's going to be anything 10 feet of the strike zone. Because this is a huge strike zone we're dealing with here. It's been pretty consistent all night long. It's just been brought to light here in the bottom of the ninth. So now the count is full after it being 3-0. Reddick trying to get out of the jam. And the Big Sticks are trying to get a sweep here in Corbett Field. Here's a 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. This one is hit at the shortstop Ford. Throw over to first will be not in time, and he is safe. He was off the bag. The throw was wide, and we have bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth for Drew Pollum. That'll be an E6. So no runs scored there. It's still 8-6, but now bases are juiced. And now head coach Hayden Pewitt having some words with the second base umpire, talking about that previous call. And now he's going to converse with the home plate umpire here. And they will confirm that he is safe. I mean, we don't really have exactly instant replay in this league. We're just making sure that they're on the same page. So here we go. This is the situation every kid dreams of. Not necessarily the World Series, but he got bases loaded, bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. Drew Pollum had an RBI single in the 8th inning. He walked in the 7th. He had a base hit in the 5th, walked in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 1st. Cruz Taylor is on deck. Winning run is on second. First pitch. That one in there, strike one, and Reddick starts ahead in a count in this at-bat. Right-hander from Albany State trying to get out of the jam here. Here's the 0-1. The pitch. This one is hit right at the pitcher, Reddick. Underhand throw over to first, and that'll be in time, and that will end the game. So the Big Sticks sweep here at Corbett Field in their 2-game series. These teams will meet again on July 28th. That will be the next and last time the Sabre Dogs will take on the Badlands Big Sticks as they lead their series 4-1. We'll go ahead and send it to a break. We'll have the stats coming up for you right after these songs. We'll be back after this.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Sabre Dogs lose this one 8-6 to the Badlands Big Sticks as the Sabre Dogs are swept in this two-game series. They will continue their homestand tomorrow against the Fremont Moo. It'll be a three-game series starting tomorrow at 7:05, Saturday continuing on 7:05, and then finishing up on Sunday at 5:35. As for this one, things did not start out well for the Sabre Dogs as they trailed 1-0. After that, there was not a whole lot of offense that happened until they both teams finally started going back and forth. 2 runs here, 1 run there, and then it was 3 runs by the Big Sticks in the 6th inning, thanks to a 3-run home run by Nathan Sanders that kind of broke things open. Sabre Dogs tried to come back from that, but it was another 2-run home run that ended up really ending things for the Sabre Dogs. Here are some of your stats from today's game for the Sabre Dogs. Leading off was Philip Childs. He went 3 for 5 with a run and an RBI with a strikeout. Drew Pollum was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Cruz Taylor was 1 for 4 with an RBI, a double, and a strikeout. Chauncey Callier was 2 for 5 with 2 RBI and 2 doubles with a strikeout. Justin Henley was 0 for 3. Actually, he was 0 for 2. Hunter Holland was 0 for 1. Austin Reno was 0 for 4 with a run. Sam Powers was 0 for 5 with a strikeout and a stolen base. And Tyler Courtney was 3 for 5 with 2 runs and a stolen base. And lastly, Wilson Rubion was 2 for 5 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. As for the pitching, Xavier Caldwell started the game with 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. Matt Startwell came in for just 1 inning of relief, had a total of 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, a hit, and 3 earned runs. And then George Loxer came in for 2 more innings, and he was able to come in for no strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits, and an earned run. And then lastly, Bradley Spooner pitched to the top of the 9th. Gave up no runs, no walks, no hits, and struck out 1 batter and pitched 1 inning. The Sabre Dogs will move on and take on the Fremont Moo, and they'll take on them for the first time this season and also for the first time in each organization's history, as the Moo is one of the 2 expansion teams, along with the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, and the Sabre Dogs will get them a little bit on down the road. That will be on Tuesday the 18th, as they take on the Whiskey Jacks for a 3-game series, then later on in the month as well. But get accustomed to the Hub City Hotshots and the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, because between those 2 teams, they play 12 games between those 2 teams, including 6 in a row against the Hotshots, 3 of them on the road next Tuesday through Thursday, and then 3 at home on Friday through Sunday. And then they take on the Whiskey Jacks in Brandon on Tuesday through Thursday, and then a 3-game break between the Whiskey Jacks take on the Horseheads on the road, and then they come back home for 3 more against the Whiskey Jacks, and then 2 more against the Hotshots, and then 5 more against the Whiskey Jacks. I mean, and then keep going on further, 2 more against the Horseheads, and then 3 more against the Hotshots. I mean, the schedule is just, it's Hotshots and Whiskey Jacks, Hotshots and Whiskey Jacks, and then some sprinkles in of the Horseheads. So after the Moo, they only play 3 total opponents, all the way until July 10th. I don't know how that happened, but regardless, the Sabre Dogs will do what they can with that weird schedule and try to move forward and get a playoff spot as they drop tonight's game with a final score of 8-6. They drop to 5-7, and they are still in 3rd place in the division. We'll take a look at some of the scores around the league now. Fremont beat Hub City 6-0. They are now back over 500. Hastings beats Casper 10-8. West Nebraska leading Spearfish 9-0 in the top of the 9th. In correction, the Hastings-Casper game is not final. They're in the top of the 7th still. And then lastly, Wheat City leads Pierre 8-6 in the top of the 8th. So Sabre Dogs are going to need a little bit of magic here they want to kind of stay in contention. As Pierre, if they win today, they will be tied for 3rd. The Trappers looking for their 3rd straight win as they take on the Whiskey Jacks. They trail by 2 in the top of the 8th inning. The Sabre Dogs, after going 40-24 in the regular season last year and just dominating the division, kind of are struggling right out of the gate this season. We'll see if they can come back as they'll take on the Fremont Moo for the first time coming up this weekend. Then after that, well, it's Hotshots, Whiskey Jacks, and Horseheads. So please tune in tomorrow night, 7:05, as we start the 3-game series against the Moo. Thank you so much for listening this evening to me. I'm Jared Sleppy, and on the producer role was Scott Kopaz. We will see you again tomorrow night. Thanks for listening.